Hi guys, I'm a meat and potato person, chili, beans and cornbread. So this recipe is kind of out there for me. This is lemon orzo chickpea soup. And I'm going to start off with about a tablespoon of olive oil. And we are going to saute a whole white onion. Got my pan nice and hot. Oh, it's gonna make me cry. I just hate it when I cry. Diced up my onion. And this is gonna have to saute for about 3 minutes. So our onions are now translucent, and we are going to add the 5 cloves of garlic. And 3 carrots, diced up. Nice and small, so they won't take long to cook. Now, these are supposed to saute for about 5 minutes. Okay, it's been 5 minutes. Everything's looking and smelling yummy. And we're going to add 10 cups of vegetable broth. Now, each one of these containers of vegetable broth, vegetable stock, is 4 cups. Turn my heat back up a little bit. That's 8 cups. I'll put about half of this one in here. Can't see half, so I just have to guess at it. It probably wouldn't even hurt if I added all of it. Okay. Whoops. No, I'll put this down here. Put the cap back on. All right, so we've got our vegetables stock in there, and we have 2 cans of garbanzo chickpeas, something that what chickpeas is in hummus, right? Mm-hmm. So that's the only way I have ever ate chickpeas. And so we rinsed and drained 2 15-ounce cans. And we are going to let this come back up to a simmer. Okay guys, now for our next step, we are going to add a cup of orzo. Now, something else I've never had. Orzo, I found this in Kroger on the first aisle at the very end on the top shelf of where the pasta is. We're going to add a cup of this to our simmering water. And this is going to cook until they're al dente. I'm thinking about 8 minutes because the box says to cook them for 11 minutes, but I'm thinking al dente won't take as long. So we're going to keep this just simmering while those cook. Okay guys, so the next step, we have 4 eggs and a cup of lemon juice.
Oh, half a cup.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a half cup of lemon juice. And we're just going to whisk these eggs with the lemon juice. What this is going to do is make our soup creamy. Oops. I need a bigger bowl. I'll turn my soup down a little bit. Now,
Is this bigger? It's deeper.
yes, that would be better. Thank you. Yeah, I can beat that now. Okay, thank you. All right, now I've got a cup of the broth from the soup. I got it out so it would not be so hot because we don't want to cook the eggs. We want to make just a nice creamy consistency to it. We're going to put this in here very slowly. Okay, so far so good. It's not cooking the eggs. All right. Okay, now that's all mixed together good. Now, huh?
Is that a second cup?
No.
You did not?
I couldn't remember. So, but anyway, so now I'm going to do a second cup. Do it the same way. Our Orzo, yes, our Orzo puffed up real nicely. Now Orzo is just, we could have used rice. It's just rice, but it's really tiny. It's really tiny and it cooks pretty quick. Okay, so now I'm gonna take our egg mixture and slowly put it in. I tell you what I'm gonna do so that I can see what it's doing. I'm gonna use a ladle.
Maybe are you ready to turn your burner off?
Yes, I have to turn the burner off. And I'm gonna ladle this in here. We don't wanna make egg drop soup. If you do this, and you see that your eggs are cooking like an egg drop soup, then you want to let your soup cool down some. But it's not. It's doing just fine. I'm a mess. I'm a mess in the kitchen. Okay. Yay, success. It's in there. And it doesn't look like egg drop soup. It's nice and creamy. Alright, the next thing we're going to add is a couple of handfuls of spinach. I think it said 3 handfuls. And it's just gonna stay in there until it gets nice and wilted, and then we'll be able to eat. Patricia, I think we're gonna need a soup bowl soon. I'm gonna cover this and let the heat wilt that spinach. Okay, so it's just to season to taste. It's lemony, but it could use a little salt. And some pepper. Stir that up. Well, it looks good. And then I'm going to garnish it with a little baby dill. And of course, you have total control over. If you don't like dill, don't put it in. And if you do, load it up. I'm just gonna put a little in there, and a wedge of lemon. Okay. So I've got some spinach, and you can let the spinach cook down a little more. That's pretty good. I could eat that. Okay. Thanks for watching.